Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of BFME to the Rise of the Witch King live stream. This time with the hero of the week tournaments, a 1v1 tournament in which the winner of the tournament will get a gifted sub to the Twitch channel, Twitch TV/BeyondStandards by the way, and a VIP badge. The first semi-final game will be between Talos against Sea Knight, Mordor against Man of the West on the map Eastfold. Pretty damn good. Good against evil, El Clasico. And yeah, by the way, the first matchup was picked from Sea Knight, so he picked the first faction, Mordor, and Talos picked Man of the West afterwards. That means in the second game, Talos gets to pick first, and Sea Knight, if he wants, can counter that. The factions Elves and Goblins are banned from the series. On the right side of the map we have the blue Man of the West player Talos, and his opponent on the left side is the green Mordor player Sea Knight of EA. Two slaughterhouse starts, obviously never mind, a super early barrack start here from the Man of the West player Talos. Eye of Sauron was actually used already to scout what Talos is doing, and Sea Knight most likely gonna go for the Orc Pit, but might also start with the Haradrim Palace. Let's see if this is going to be the case. I'm assuming because of the early barracks, Talos is planning to go for the creeps. Potentially to this creep at the middle of the map. And we will have two Orc Pits start from Sea Knight of EA. We're gonna have some soldiers joining the fight first, so I take it back. It won't be a creeping start from Talos. Okay. Let's see how effective this two Orc Pit's gonna be. I think Talos is predicting, since he knows now that Sea Knight knows that he's starting with the barracks, that he was predicting Sea Knight to start with the Haradrim Palace into the level 2, into the Haradrim Lancers. That's why he was thinking that he has enough time to send the soldiers forward and to take down potentially one of those slaughterhouses from the Mordor player Sea Knight. But by the time soldiers arrive here, Sea Knight will have two orcs, now one orc warrior and one orc archer for defensive purposes, which is pretty damn good. On the other side, Eye of Sauron was just used and won't be ready for the fight, unlike Rallying Call from Talos, which is gonna be ready. But smart move here from Sea Knight, getting some archers on the field. I hope he's gonna use the aggressive stance, that's gonna be the case. And Rallying Call from Talos was used. He's taking a bit of damage here from the orc archers, and more reinforcements obviously gonna come out from the orc pits. In the meantime, he's using those spearman units to creep the wargs, and he's trying to get some more soldiers on the field as well. Remember in the version 8.2 of Rise of the Witch King patch 2.02, ammo fix was a big thing. Now, soldiers, when they are using the shield wall formation and hold ground stance, they won't be as tanky anymore as they were before. I like the movement here from Sea Knight, denying him from taking the slaughterhouse. Couple of soldiers are still remaining on the fields, but two orc archers, they should be able to deny the soldiers from taking the slaughterhouse. And overall a great start into the game from the Mordor player. But on the other side, Talos was able to get the first creep for himself, and I'm assuming he's moving to the second. Nice save. As Mordor, against pretty much every single faction, you want to play a bit more passive early on, because in the mid game to late game you will be a monster. He was able to get half a power point. Obviously Talos is a bit ahead, because he's already creeping the second Warg Pit. Or Warg Creep in this case. For now, never mind, he has a stable on the field, and we're gonna definitely get some Gondor Knights. And nice move here from Sea Knight, denying him from taking the second creep for himself. And Sea Knight now will be able to secure that creep for himself, and he's also moving to the second creep. Signal Fire is getting captured by the green Mordor player Sea Knight. And the first Gondor Knight battalion is joining the battlefield. Oh, that looks like a fight. Eye of Sauron will be used. Eye of Sauron doesn't give you ammo, but remember, it gives you attack damage and also combat experience. With that being said, the archers are hitting like a truck with the aggressive stance obviously, but the Gondor Knights are coming to save the day. One trample to rule them all. Very nice trample here. What you need to make, you need to make kind of sure to switch to the hold ground stance. But I think even with the hold ground stance, since the Gondor Knights are using aggressive stance, those Orc Archers are gonna get one-shotted. Nice move here from Talos. We have small fights going on. Second creep secured by Sea Knights, and here's some Trolls now on the field, which is really nice, because right now there is no counter to that. And that's gonna force him to get some more Spearmen on the field, even potentially later on some Ithilien Rangers from the level 2 Archer range. With the Mountain Troll being on the field, he should be easily able to defend himself. And the goal from Sea Knight here is obviously to collect 10 power points. A nice trample here once again. Holy moly. Punishing the Sea Knights for not having any Easterlings on the field. The Troll is coming, but won't be in time. It was a bad trample, he's taking a lot of damage here. Going for another trample. That was a great one, and the Troll was not able to touch those Gondor Knights, and they will get away, not being punished. And yeah, that's gonna be the plan from Talos, the Man of the West player. Here's now Archer range on the field, and we're gonna get some Gondor Archers first, and potentially later on a upgrade to level 2 into the Ithilien Rangers. 4 power points collected, 400 command points available from the Man of the West player Talos. Sorry, my voice is a bit creepy today. And 500 command points collected and almost 5 power points collected by the Green Mortar player Sea Knight. Sea Knight's goal should be to get enough power points to get Industry unlocked, to reach that power spike in the mid to late game way faster. And the Mountain Trolls, they're gonna put a lot of pressure, forcing Talos, the Man of the West player, play a bit more defensively in order to keep those farms alive. And Sea Knight is actually spamming many Orc Archers on the field, and they cost also 250 each, so they are not very cheap. I think it should be a great idea to get some Easterlings in between of them, because right now Talos is spamming many Gondor Knights. Here's right now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, oh, the Troll is getting taken down here from those, oh no, Rohan Spearman. He won't be able to get away. If he would be able to get away, all he needs to do is just use the Find an Orc to Eat ability from the Mountain Troll, and he's good to go. That's a bad fight to take. There are too many archers, but the Gondor Knights are coming to help. Rallying Call was used. No War Chant pick. He is committing to that Industry power point. Oh, that's a bad thing. The Troll, oh my godness, he's smashing those Gondor Knights on the ground, but he was able to save the 1 battalion, and it looks like he will be also able to save the 2nd. The Troll is running it down. Eye of Sauron will be used to buff those units. There are still many units on the field. There are some Gondor Archers behind those Spearman units. Nice one using the rock, almost level 2 with this Mountain Troll, and in the very same time, he's expanding quite nicely. Has right now 650 command points available, and he's super close to unlock the Industry. He's pretty much untouched because Talos is most likely committing to the fight instead of taking down those slaughterhouses. Look at that. He has 2 level 2 slaughterhouses. This one is also untouched. They are all about to hit level 2, and he will be able to use Industry on one of these pretty soon as well. It's a bad fight for Talos to take, but luckily he was also able to save both the Gondor Knight battalions. And yeah, super close for Industry, like a quarter power points. Trolls are diving forwards. They're using the rocks, one-shotting those ranges, but you gotta be careful. 10 power points collected now by Sea Knight. He will definitely 100% go for the Industry. Nice one, Find an Orc to Eat ability. Look at this. This Troll is full health again. Industry unlocked and will be used on this slaughterhouse potentially, or maybe on this one. He's now going for the Haradrim Palace, which is the right call. There is a statue and you can tell that Talos is playing super defensively. But offense is the best defense, and this Mountain Troll is smashing one of those farms from Talos and will be able to take it down. Now he needs to run for his life. Will he be able to get away? That's gonna be close. Not even close, baby. And the Troll is a survivor and will be able to get away. And he has many of those Mountain Trolls on the field. And later on we might also be able to see some of those Haradrim Archers on the field with some potential Drama Troll spots. Industry was used on this slaughterhouse, and now Talos will be using his Gondor Knights for offensive purposes, but the Mountain Troll is already here to defend the slaughterhouse from getting destroyed. And they gotta be careful, Troll is hitting like a truck. Imagine him having a tree in his hands, he's committing anyway on a level 1 slaughterhouse, will be able to take it down, But on the other side, he lost many of those Gondor Knights. And Gondor Knights are strong, but not as strong as to take down a mountain troll by themselves. And Mordor, Sea Knight is moving forward. I even see some Black Orc warriors here on the field, boys. Let's see how much damage he will be able to deal. But on the other side, Talos is now having many... Oh, wait a second. Never mind, the troll will be now taken down. There was a mistake from Sea Knight committing to that fight with a super low troll. You should be trying to peel away and to eat an orc to heal to full health again. Try again. In the meantime, Talos is trying to pressure, but there are barely any Gondor Knights left from the battalion and they won't be able to deal too much damage. Okay? Oh, this troll is running it down as well. Another mountain troll from Sea Knight has been taken down and he is not paying attention. He will be losing this mountain troll as well. Unfortunately, the Tainted Land was used and I think he went for the long shot and many of those units from Sea Knight are taken down. Talos starts winning those fights all over the place, moving through the top side with a battalion of rangers and spearmen. The trolls at the top left and at the bottom right side are still remaining on the field. Besides that, all the creeps on the map west eastwards, try again, can't talk today by the way, so forgive me, are taken down. Sea Knight has to be super careful actually with those mountain trolls. He lost like 3 mountain trolls within the last 30 seconds. That's something you want to avoid from happening. Yeah, level 2 barracks also on the field. That means we might get to see some of those tower guards also. They are also gonna be very strong to tank the incoming damage, but also against the mountain trolls. Now moving to the top side with a couple of orc archers and Easterlings and black orcs. Haradrim Palace is still only level 1 and this slaughterhouse now being level 3 and industry is still being active on it. Almost 11 power points collected by Talos. He was also able to save this farm, which is huge by the way, because this farm is almost level 3 and he was again able to take down one of those mountain trolls from Sea Knight. Lone Tower special summon will be chosen. 585 command points and he's putting in some nice work now with those Gondor Knights taking down those slaughterhouses one by one. It's a bad fight to take. He was not able to take down the troll and he will be losing another battalion of those Black Orcs potentially. No, that's not gonna be the case. On the other side, 875 command points are available for Sea Knight of EA, but he is losing those slaughterhouses now, which is not a big deal. Now we have Drama Trolls joining the fights. They're gonna be a spot for those Black Orcs, Orc Archers, and also with the RotWK ability they're gonna scare off those Gondor Knights, and it's gonna be even very good against those Ithilien Rangers. But remember, at the stage where they have fear resistance, so the Drama Trolls RotWK ability won't work when used at close range to the enemy stageway. 7.5 power points collected, 875 command points, decent amount of resource income, might actually even start now to get some lumber mills on the field, which is not being the case right now. He was able to push back at the top side, bottom side is also under control from Sea Knights, and it looks like a Lone Tower was used defensively pretty much. He will also put some ranges inside of it. Drama Trolls, they gotta be super careful, that might be a bad fight to take. Long shot is incoming, he won't be on time to dodge, many Orc Archers are getting taken down. Tower Guards in front to tank the incoming damage, many ranges in the back. That's a terrible fight for Sea Knight to take. Also the Lone Tower in the back is putting in so much work. Another long shot will be casted, Sea Knight will this time be able to dodge most of the damage and he will be forced to retreat. Now we have Mouth of Sauron on the field, which is gonna be necessary once he's level 4, the Doubt ability is gonna be super useful. However, the Man of the West player Talos doesn't have any, never mind, I'm joking, he has now Boromir on the field, which is really nice. Remember, once Boromir gets level 2, he will be able to use the Horn of Gondor to stun the enemy units, and then the long shot from these many ranges gonna devastate and destroy all the army from Sea Knight. Sea Knight has still a level 2 troll cage. I would love to see some of those attack trolls on the field, but for now he's only stacking up with the mountain trolls and drama trolls instead. Haradrim Palace is now being level 3 and we're gonna get some Haradrim archers from Sea Knight on the field. Drama trolls are diving in, which is a mistake. They are also not using the RotWK ability. The RotWK ability will be finally used. Now the ranges are running into different directions, but they are still healthy and they are still alive. And it was a mistake from Sea Knight using multiple RotWK abilities at the very same time. I think it's, you know, it's gonna be a better idea. Oh, wait a second. Mouth of Sauron, ladies and gentlemen, he's diving into the tower guards. Tower guards are like, this is our town, this is our city, don't touch this, Mouth of Sauron, go back to the shadow, and he will be forced to retreat. However, he was actually able to get a decent amount of experience, and now being level 3, that means he's only one level away from unlocking the Doubt ability, which is gonna be an active debuff on the enemy units. Boromir, still only level 1, was not able to gain any experience just yet, but if we take a look into the map control, we can tell. You know, Sea Knights, the Mordor player, has full command points, ladies and gentlemen. 1000 command points. Almost 15 power points collected. Tainted Lands, Eye of Sauron, and Industry. Now 15, he has incredible amount of resource income, and he's gonna go for the Worm. And he's gonna kill these structures so easily now. Okay? Trolls are taking down the Trolls. The Troll at the bottom right side will be taken down. And also at the top left side actually, but he was not able to capture the structure for himself just yet. Worm will be special summoned, will be able to take down the tower. I actually was expecting a bit more damage from the Worm at the tower, which is not being the case. And Mordor is moving forward. Bunch of units on the field. But most of them are only tier 1, however there are now some Haradrim archers in the back. Boromir is still level 1, though the Horn of Gondor is not being available, and the Drama Trolls are running it down. No more Drama Troll means no more leadership on the side from Mordor, but leadership will be now replaced from the Eye of Sauron. Boromir has to be careful, and the Worm is still on the field and putting in some nice work. The brother of Boromir, the third choice, is joining the fight as well. And Mordor is being able to push the Man of the West player Talos back, and many units are getting taken down, and Boromir still only level 1. Worm is now gone, he was not able to take down the barracks. Tainted Land was used. I don't know about the positioning of this Tainted Land, because this farm is gonna be destroyed anyway. I don't see Boromir though. Did Boromir die, guys? Nah, never mind, I'm blind, he's here, almost level 2. Hold ground stance to maximize your durability. Boromir is diving in. That might be a mistake. And Boromir, ladies and gentlemen, will be taken down. That means no more Horn of Gondor, no more wombo combo with the Horn of Gondor longshot ability. Longshot is incoming, but Sea Knight will be easily able to dodge the incoming damage. Another one. Couple of units are quite slow, but they are on the Tainted Land. Remember, on the Tainted Land, they have 50% increased armor and damage, so they are not getting one-shotted anymore from this longshot. And Talos is being in a really rough situation. He is trying to do something at the bottom right side of the map. Almost level 4 Mouth of Sauron was not even needed for those fights. And the fight continues. On the bright side, if there is any bright side, is that Sea Knight, the Green Mordor player, right now hasn't any units on the field for siege. I mean, he can't take down those structures with only archers. Faramir is level 2 now, still 4 levels away from unlocking the leadership, which is a lot. And Mordor being untouched. He has now even some lumber mills, so the resource income is crazy. And there we go, boys. We have now some Black Riders coming out of the level 3 great siege works from the Mordor player Sea Knight. In Limbo, welcome to the stream. And yeah, he will be easily able to take down those units. Once he's done taking down the tower guards, he can just trample those rangers to death with those Black Riders. But you want to keep up the pressure. Okay, Mouth of Sauron slowly but surely taking down. That's a bad fight to take. He actually lost almost every single unit here. I mean, the Lone Tower here with the ranges inside is quite powerful. We will have the Rohan special summon from Talos, the Man of the West player. Another Drama Troll has been taken down. That might be a bad move. He wants to get punished for that actually. Nice placement here, nice positioning with Talos. From Talos with those units, I mean. Rohirrim special summon will be used, but for defensive purposes. He will be now able to take down multiple structures. Builder is getting taken down, and Talos is gonna call it GG, and the first game in the best of 3 series will be won by the Mordor player Sea Knight. That means if he wins the next game, he will be in the grand finals. Pretty nice. We're gonna jump right into the game number 2 on the Pirates map, by the way, guys. Talos against Sea Knight. Before I forget, I need to first of all edit the scoreboard, guys. I am sorry about that. 1 second. I forgot it. Okay. C Knight is now being 1-0 ahead. Okay. Now we're gonna jump right into it. Isengard against Mordor on the pirate map. The first one was El Clasico, good against evil. This one is gonna be the question. Which army is more evil than the other one, okay? Isengard against Mordor. Pirates map. I would like to see some of those transport ships for some sneaky attacks. Let's see if the players are gonna go for it. Other than that, this is the most recent 1v1 map in the Rise of the Witch King, and always nice to see something new. Alrighty. At the left side of the map we have the blue Mordor player C Knight, and his opponent at the right side is the grey Isengard player Talos. 2 Furnace start from Talos and 2 Slaughterhouse probably starts from C Knight. C Knight was also Mordor in the previous game on the map Eastfold. He was able to win against Talos, against the Man of the West faction. Now, Talos is playing Isengard faction. If C Knight will be able to win that one, he will be in the grand finals in the best of 5 series, you know, either against King Mustafa or against I Like It. If Talos manages to win this one, we're gonna have the tiebreaker game on the map Forza-Feisen. Uruk-Pit after 2 furnaces into the 3rd furnace. Again, Eye of Sauron starts here from the Mordor player, but you know, unlike the... Never mind, he's gonna go for the War Chant anyway. I mean, you can kinda counter that Eye of Sauron thing fully with Isengard faction. All you need to do is, you know, start with the Creebine and negate the effect of leadership. That's gonna make the Eye of Sauron actually completely useless in those fights. I mean, he can still use it for scouting purposes, don't get me wrong, but in terms of combat power, it's gonna be useless because the bats, cave bats, but also Creebine are negating the effect, are negating the effect of leaderships. On top of that, also debuffing the enemy units. Okay, we're gonna have some pikeman starts from Talos. Yeah, talking about this map first, I mean, we have a couple of goblin warriors here and there. They are guarding this ship kind of thing. I don't know what's... I can't pronounce that. Shipwright. There we go. We have some corsairs, some pirates protecting the towers, and once you are able to take down those corsairs and destroy this tower, you will also be able to get some treasure of that, which is pretty nice. Other than that, we have trolls at the left and at the right side of the map, and they are protecting the signal fires. And besides that, I think it's a super great map with a lot of interaction, and I will tell you what I'm talking about with interaction in a bit. The weather changes in this one, guys. So it's now like day, and a couple of minutes later we're gonna go into the night mode, which is pretty damn good. Anyways, 2 slaughterhouses, 3 slaughterhouses, 2 orc pits, so pretty much the same start like he did in the last game, and also like in the last game he is now going for some orc archers for defensive purposes. It worked out pretty nice in the last game. Let's see if it's gonna work out this time also against the Isengard faction from Talos. He has some pikemen, I think. They were finally able to take down the creep here. The thing is, when someone is picking grey color in this game, since the creeps on this map are also the same color, you know what I'm saying, right? They are also grey. It's hard to tell what's going on. Panzer, welcome. Wait, what? I don't want to... This is too much text, guys. I'm not gonna focus on that, sorry. Okay, Isengard player Talos was able to secure the creep for himself. He will now be able to get the signal fire. On the other side, Mordor is going for a push. Warchan is still being available for Isengard player, and Eye of Sauron is gonna be available pretty soon as well. He should potentially be able to take down the furnace, even though the damage output is quite limited. Crossbowmen against Orc Archers, Eye of Sauron will be used. Isengard player has to be careful. He is smartly using the hold ground stance to minimize the damage income. And now move the Eye of Sauron maybe to the Orcs to maximize their damage output. That's gonna be the case. C Knight is going inside the Genes. He's now moving to the Troll Creep potentially. Can also just ignore that and move to the Furnace instead. One of the furnaces, one of the most important furnaces has been actually taken down, and Isengard player Talos will be using the War Chant offensively. And he might be able to take down the Troll Cage before the Troll might come out. That's gonna be great. And he was also able to take down one of the builders, which is terrible for C Knights. And I'm assuming the Troll won't come out? And if yes, he needs to position the pikeman right in front of the gate. So the troll, after coming out, will be taken down immediately. Will he be able to come out and survive? He's here. Imagine him getting killed. Run for your life, my old friend. And he's gonna be able to get away. But the slaughterhouse will be taken down as well. On the other side, Isengard player was able to defend himself with the Work Riders coming out of the level 2 work pit. With the whole ability. The furnace was not spotted here from the Mordor player Sea Knights. And the game is looking much better for Talos than the previous game. We're gonna take a look into the current PowerPoints and... Oh, wait a second. Never mind, I was scared for a second that he was almost dead. Yeah, we're gonna focus on the command points and PowerPoints. Talos, the Isengard player, after being able to creep, after being able to take down the troll cage, after being able to take down one of the slaughterhouses, has almost 5 PowerPoints collected that early into the game. 450 command points on the other side, 400 command points, it might be even a bit less now. He's gonna eat an orc to heal full health, to heal full up. He should be able to take down this one as well. 400 command points, 2.5 power points collected only for Sea Knights. This game is looking super bad. But is it still winnable? That's the question. I think it is, because we have seen so many great comebacks already in this game. And I think everything is possible before you end up losing your fortress. And even then, we have seen actually many games in which the player lost the fortress, but still manages to, win the game at the end of the day. Okay, the Work Riders are putting in so much work here. Nice positioning right in front of the Orc Pits. The second the Orc Archers are coming out of the Orc Pit, they will be getting trampled down. It looks so great for the Isengard player, Talos. I mean, the pikemen are still alive, by the way. The troll has to be careful, he's almost level 2 though. Unfortunately, the troll cage was, destroyed. Now he needs to rebuild it, and he's gonna try to get some more mountain trolls on the field. Talos also didn't capture the signal fire for himself, which is okay, I think, because, I mean, the main reason for you to capture this signal fire is actually to be aware of a sneaky attack with the transport ships, which is not being the case right now. So the players are ignoring the fact that you can make some ships. They are just playing it like on the map for Survisen, for example. But Mordor player will be able now to secure this Goblin Creep for himself, which is nice. You at least get some, kind of experience for your units, power points, and most importantly, some treasures. That's gonna be a big war chant, I'm assuming. There we go. And this is a big army. And right now, I don't think that this troll will be able to do anything, because there are so many pikemen and crossbowmen now with the war chant buff. The Work Riders are taking down the furnaces. The pressure is real. I mean, he's gonna try something, I'm assuming he needs to. Nice one here with the rocks. Will he be able to get away? No, he won't be able to get away. And the mountain troll has been taken down. One of the orc pits is getting taken down as well. So I'm assuming we're gonna definitely jump into the game number 3 on the map for Survisen. I'm happy about that. I like to see close games, you know me. But this one is not gonna be as long as the previous game on the map Eastwold. And yeah, I mean, couple of unlucky situations. Unlike the last game, I think the mistake from Sea Knight was to go super aggressive early on. He was moving with all of his units forward, and he was not expecting another mountain troll has been taken down. He was not expecting Talos to attack from the bottom right side. That was definitely unexpected from Sea Knight. That was the reason why he ended up losing the troll cage, why he ended up losing many slaughterhouses. And because he used all his units for offensive purposes, he didn't have any units around to defend the attack. And also smart move from Talos, not using the war chant for defense, but using it to take down the troll cage, to take down the slaughterhouses. That was a smart choice, and which paid actually off, and this game is looking so great, so good right now. Dunch on blue, welcome to the stream, thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Okay, I mean, yeah, 8 power points, 550 command points are available for Talos. Talos needs to make sure to expand at the very same time. That's a mistake many people are doing, I think, because they are desperately trying to close the game off. But in order to, make sure you end up winning, is you need to obviously put pressure, like it does, but also at the same time expand. Because you have the time, you have the resource income anyway, right? And Moro is being so busy defending himself, he won't be able to send, you know, any units forwards any soon. And even if he does, you have some Work Riders that are quite mobile and you can actually end up defending. On the other side, Moro now has 250 command points only, the resource income is super bad, still more than 2 power points away from getting industry. And even if he gets industry, I don't think he will be able to keep the slaughterhouse alive. The troll is still putting in so much work with the rocks actually, but he needs to disengage now. He's trying to get some more units, but his resource income, you can tell by yourself, is not looking very great. Troll is disengaging now, trying to buy some time. I mean, I think the best thing to do here for C-Knight is like make a ship and go for the next game, dudes. Go for the next game, you know what I'm saying? Alright, now we can commit now again to the Troll Cage. The Troll Cage will be definitely taken down, and that's what I'm talking about, by the way. You can see that's the dark modes now, the night mode of the game. Earlier it was bright, now it's dark. So day and night, you know what I'm saying? Okay, the slaughterhouse will be taken down. C-Knight is fighting until the very end, which is gonna be very soon. The last mountain troll remaining on the field has been taken down as well. Now he has nothing more but 1.5 battalion of orc warriors, 2 slaughterhouses, and an orc pit. And 1 builder only. Remember, his builder early on got killed as well. I mean, that one push actually decided the game, because not only he ended up losing the troll cage and multiple slaughterhouses, but also with this one push, Talos was able to take down the builder, which is like a win-win situation for Talos, right? So taking down the troll cage, I mean, imagine the situation in which the troll was not even able to get out of the cage. That would be like GG straight away, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I mean, at this point, you need to make... No, never mind, he has already some rams on the field, so he's gonna try to win the game. He has double siege works. He went for the devastation, by the way, guys. 650 command points, which is really good. And look at this. what a meme. Who's that? Is this C-Knight? Yeah, C-Knight has like a catapult here, bombardment ship on the field, by the way. I didn't even pay attention about that, guys. But unfortunately for C-Knight, there are no structures close to the river, close to the sea. That means he wants... Oh, wait. Oh, he's being able to attack this one, but that's all about... That's actually it. He wants to be able to, you know... Maybe he would be able to take down this furnace, but that wouldn't change anything. He's committing now. Vision of Palantir was used. All he needs to do is surround the fortress, use the rams, and you are good to go. And yeah, Moro can't do anything about it. He has like 200 resources, 350 command points, no more orc pits, no more units on the field. And that's gonna be the GG of the game number 2, and we're gonna jump right into the tiebreaker game, game number 3 on the map, Forts of Eisen. GG, well played. Yeah, one mistake actually, and Talos was able to snowball from the lead. He was able to gain at the beginning of the game. And which is good for us, because now we will be able to see a game number 3. We're gonna jump right into the final game, into the tiebreaker game, game number 3 on the map Forts of Eisen, this time between dwarves against Mordor. Okay. C-Knights end up picking Mordor for all his games, while Talos was switching his faction for each game. Remember, the first game he was playing Man of the West, the second game which he lost. So as Man of the West against Mordor, against C-Knight he lost. As Isengard against Mordor in the last game on the map. What was the map last game actually? Let me think, I forgot. What? It was the Zero Isle, it was the pirate map. And now he's playing dwarves against Mordor on the map Forts of Eisen. C-Knight again starting with 2 slaughterhouses, and dwarf player is starting with a barracks, with a mineshaft into the barracks. So that's actually interesting to see, because, you know, most of the time the players, regardless against which faction they are playing, using the very same strategy. They are using always the same movement, they are using always the same structures. You know, 2 slaughterhouses into 2 orc pits. That's what he was doing against Man, that's what he was doing against Isengard, and now also against dwarves. On the other side, Talos was always making 1 furnace farm, and in this case a mineshaft, into the barracks. So while Talos was going for an early barracks, C-Knight was always doing the same thing with 2 furnaces, or 2 slaughterhouses in this case, into 2 arc pits. Eye of Sauron start, Rallying Call start, nothing too crazy, always the same. But this time he's gonna get some pikemen around, and it looks like he's not gonna go for the troll creep, but go for the war creep at the left side of the river, which is interesting. Most of the time when we see this kind of movements from a dwarf player, he's actually trying to get the troll at the bottom left side, while the second builder is, building a mineshaft at the top right, and he's gonna, get into the mineshaft and immediately take down the second troll creep as well, which is quite rewarding for the dwarf faction, let's be honest, because the units you are able to recruit from the inn with the dwarf faction are those hobbits, and they are quite powerful and super cost efficient. They cost only 150 each, but they are quite strong. No, I never said that. I said only one time we will be able to see each map. I said each player has the chance to ban out one faction they don't want to play, and they can choose one map each. And the first map was chosen by C-Knights. No, we were spinning the wheel actually. And the third game always, when we reach the tiebreaker game, it's gonna be on the map for Survival. Alright. Alright, Rallying Call was used. Let's see how much damage he will be able to deal. We know that those Guardians and Pikes are quite strong against structures. And the Orc Pit is getting crushed within seconds. Fighting against Rallying Call buffed units here from the Dwarf faction. Talos is a mistake. He should be able to take down the Slaughterhouse as well. And that's the way you want to play against Mordor faction, right? You want to be aggressive early on. You want to deny him from reaching to that mid to late game power spike. And Talos is doing a great job denying. In the last game, but also in this game. He's surrounding C-Knights from all sides, taking down another slaughterhouse here. And yeah, C-Knight was actually planning to go for the troll cage again. But look at the pressure. He was able to take down 2 slaughterhouses, and nice positioning here. He will be potentially even able to take down the third one. I mean, they're quite low now, and the buff from Rallying Call is gone. But at the very same time, he's expanding. Did he lose another builder? That's the question. I mean, there is a slaughterhouse here. The dwarf player might be easily able to take down. And he was actually able to take down the slaughterhouse as well. That's really bad for C-Knight, boys. He has 250 command points only. He will be able to get a mountain troll on the field. And he needs to play like a god with this mountain troll in order to stay in the game. Because Talos at the very same time is making sure to get many creeps for himself. And he will be able to get the second creep of the map. He was also able to get this one at the beginning of the game, remember? The slaughterhouse has been taken down. There is a mineshaft from Talos. The treasure will be picked by the Russian player Talos as well. Okay, interesting. I mean, on the other side, he needs to use Eye of Sauron here, right? Because you can't buff the mountain troll. So you can also get it on cooldown, pretty much. And we're gonna get some battle wagons now on the field, which is really good against trolls. And yeah, 1 mountain troll on the field. The mineshaft has been taken down. Mordor is trying to get back into the game. He was going for the rebuild, by the way. But I think it's not even gonna be necessary here to use it on this mineshaft. So kinda a waste. I would go for the heal instead, because now he's gonna get some battle wagons on the field. He was using rebuild anyway on this one. Never mind, I take it back. Looks like he wanted to save this mineshaft desperately. But I would still say that, heal would be a better choice in general, because now when you have battle wagons on the field, you can use it on the battle wagons to keep them alive. I don't know about rebuild on a level 1 mineshaft at the top right side, but let's see. The mineshaft here will be just demolished from Talos. There is no way of him being able to hold that. He's getting now some more orcs on the field, but he needs to play super defensively. That's for sure. 350 command points against 400 command points. But on the bright side for Talos, I mean, this is all about to hit level 2. This also, never mind this one. Never mind, because he went for a super early barracks, right? Those structures are not even close to be level 2 just yet. But the same we can say the same about C-Knight because he lost all his starting slaughterhouses against Talos. Okay, we have a fight here. Battle Wagon is here. With the banner carrier upgrade on it. Oil bottle will be used. And yeah, that's the beautiful part about Battle Wagon. The troll has to be careful, man. He's diving in and will be just getting one-shotted from those pikemen. And yeah, what a turnaround, boys. Because Talos was losing the game number 1. It was looking so great for C-Knight after this Mordor against Man of the West matchup on the map Eastwold. But now, in the last 2 games, Talos was playing the correct way against Mordor, pressuring Mordor faction early on, taking down those slaughterhouses, taking down those orc pits. In the last game, he was even able to take down the troll cage, take down the builder, and yeah, securing himself the win. I mean, I know everything is possible. I believe in shenanigans, as you know, but I mean, coming back from a situation like this is nearly gonna be impossible. Guys, in the chat, is King Mustafa online? And I like it. Okay, Haradrim Palace is gonna go down as well. That's gonna be GG now. I mean, there is one more mountain troll coming out of the troll cage. But can he do something? Double buffed units. I mean, now the rallying call is gone, but they have still the leadership from the banner carrier upgrade on this battle wagon. The hobbits are getting smashed down from the mountain troll. Sit down, hobbits. Oh, that's a mistake to get on the army here. He's taking way too much damage, has to retreat. Heal will be used from Talos to keep those units healthy. The orc pit will be taken down. No more orcs to eat. That means no more regeneration for this mountain troll. He needs to disengage. I mean, he wanna keep up his distance, try to stall, try to buy some time. We know C-Knight, he wants to fight until the very end. But the problem is, the end is gonna be there very soon. I think you don't need to get some siege weapons on the field. In my opinion, all you need to do is get the siege hammers and try to smash the fortress. But going slowly is always the better way to secure the win for yourself, right? Taking down those slaughterhouses one by one and trying him to, you know, reduce his resource income, reduce his command point limits, and secure the win for yourself without taking a risk is always the better way to win, or the safer way to win, obviously. And yeah, I mean, C-Knight is again trying to go for the industry, which obviously is okay because you can't go for the war chant. War chant doesn't work on the mountain trolls. Besides mountain trolls, he has no units on the field, so Tainted Land is not gonna work on them. War chant is not gonna work on them. So you need to definitely go for industry. Try to stall, try to buy some time. Now we have even some Men of Steel units on the field from Talos, which is overkill, let's be honest, you don't need that. I would say that if you get siege hammers now and you make like 2 battalions of the Squadrians, wait for the rallying call, use your banner carrier upgrade on the battle wagon for the double buff action, and you will be able to take down the fortress within seconds. Okay, was using rallying call, by the way, on those units. 725 against 300 command points, 6.5 power points collected against 5.5, 10.5, 15.5 power points. So massive lead on every single spot for the dwarf player Talos. But the builder has been taken down from this troll. He will also be able to get away. But like mentioned before, you know, he needs to get some orc warriors desperately on the field to heal up those mountain trolls one by one. Builder from C-Knight will be taken down as well. Look the map, by the way, boys, at the bottom left side. It's all blue, by the way. I mean, C-Knight is fighting until the very end. Not calling it GG, I like it. You know, a man always fights until the very end. You know what I'm saying. What were the main changes for 8.2? Armor fixes. I mean, the main reason was the armor fix, pretty much. So, I mean, earlier, I don't know if you were playing Rise of the Witch King by yourself, you could pretty much, you know, like for example with those pikemen, you can go for the porcupine formation, which is increasing your armor by 100%. You can go for the whole ground stance, which again increases your armor, and then you can also use rallying call on them. It all stacked to incredible amount. So you can, I mean, you was pretty much not taking any more damage anymore with those pikemen. And now they fixed the amount of armor you can stack. So your units, they won't be as tanky anymore as they were before the armor fix. Alright, I think that's gonna be it now. C-Knights will be out of the tournaments and Talos will be fighting his way to the grand finals and waiting now for his opponent. It's gonna either be King Mustafa or I Like It. If I Like It will be reaching the grand finals, it's gonna be like a derby game, because it's gonna be Russia against Russia. Talos is also from Russia, just like I Like It. And the World War III was won by Russia here against the American player C-Knight of EA. Alrighty, pretty nice. Congratulations to Talos. Welcome back, guys, to the second semi-final games of the Hero of the Week tournament. This time between King Mustafa against I Like It from Russia. On the map Eastworld, we're gonna have the first game between men against goblins, good against evil. Starting the game and hoping for the best. Alright, El Clasico, boys. El Clasico. This is the, I like El Clasico the most. I like this, classic good against evil matchups. And we have seen this already once between C-Knights when he was playing Mordor against the Man of the West from Talos on the exact same map. On the right side of the map, we have the red Man of the West player King Mustafa. And his opponent at the left side is the blue goblin player I Like It. And I know I Like It picks goblins all the time, so I'm assuming we're gonna see if we reach the game number 3, 3 times goblin faction from I Like It. King Mustafa playing the Man of the West faction. He wanted to play elves, but he finally understood that elves are banned, because in this tournament, every single player is able to ban one faction from the series. While Mustafa was banning out the Angmar faction, the goblin player I Like It was banning the Alban faction. 2 tunnels into the goblin cave here from I Like It. 2 farms into the barracks from the Man of the West player King Mustafa. Okay. Goblin cave is coming up. It's already up on the field. Mustafa is starting now with a barracks. No cavalry, no Gondor Knights, no stables. Rallying Coal Pick from Mustafa, and I'm assuming that I Like It, the goblin player, is also gonna pick the War Chance, because otherwise he would be using the cave beds already for scouting purposes. The second goblin cave is coming on the field as well. So at the beginning of the game at least, we're gonna see many goblins all over the place. Okay, Mustafa is expanding quite nicely. I like it. Archer range is coming up for the Man of the West player at the very same time. And yeah, I mean, what could possibly happen in this matchup? I think if Mustafa will be ready with those Gondor archers, he should be easily able to defend himself against small amount of units from the goblin player. I like it. He's starting with the Rohan Spearman units and moving to the creep first. And let's be honest, I would say that this one battalion of goblin warriors being sent forward should not be able to deal too much damage, because the Gondor soldiers, they will be out on time. However, we know later on, because now the third goblin cave is coming up for the Russian player. I like it. He will have a lot of units. By the way, in a 1v1 situation, obviously Gondor soldiers, they will be easily able to win against the goblin warriors, but disengaging and trying to run away is not an option, because the goblin warriors are faster than the Gondor soldiers. That means you need to just stand and fight like a man. Don't run away. The Gondor archers are coming now out of the archer range, and with that being said, they should be easily able to deal with those goblin warriors. And I actually like this kind of movements here from King Mustafa, because while you can use your infantry units, with that being said, I mean the spearmen and the Gondor soldiers for offensive purposes, I mean, he's waiting for the second unit, it's not a big deal. You can use your archers in this case and defend yourself against the goblin spam from the goblin player. I like it. Look, he's taking a bit of damage here from those goblin warriors. Like mentioned before, running is not an option, but in this case it works because he's running into the range of the fortress, and fortress is gonna be super helpful also to deal with those goblin warriors, while he's gonna use one of them for offensive movements. And with that being said, I mean, this can actually hurt a lot. And what I like it is doing at the same time, by the way guys, he's creeping at the top left side, the troll, which is okay to see, and I'm assuming he's gonna try to lure the troll to the sides of the Man of the West player King Mustafa. But unlike in BFME 2, this is not going to be super effective in Rise of the Witch King. Especially now, because Mustafa has now some archers and more archers are coming out of the archer range. So, I think he's gonna do the same thing at the bottom right side to the troll. And yeah, he's moving now. As you can see, he was able to secure the creep, he was able to secure the treasure for himself, and now he's using the mobility and the fast moving goblin warriors to lure the troll to the side of the man of the West player, King Mustafa. But he's not gonna do the same thing at the bottom right side. He's gonna move forward instead. And look this Gondor Archer battalion has been taken down almost entirely. In the meantime, Mustafa was using his rallying call offensively. The fight continues, but the Gondor Archers are taking a bit of amount of damage here from those Goblin Warriors because the placement of those units is poorly. But still, with the buff being active, they should be able to take down at least this tunnel. We have 4 Goblin Caves on the field. The pressure is real. A War Chant was used from the Goblin player. I like it offensively. The Troll is actually not doing anything. He's actually retreating and was not doing the thing what I like it was planning. But he might be able now to take down this farm on his way back to his homeless home. Yeah, he's gonna be able to take down this farm on the right side. But if the Goblin Warriors are running into the Troll, he might also switch the target. That's gonna be the case. Unlucky for I like it, unlucky situation. But he might again try to lure the Troll maybe this time to this farm. And actually it can work, because imagine if you are able to lure the Troll to this farm. Because on his way back, after he's done taking down this farm, he might be able to get this to this pathway and might be able to take even the second farm down. Okay? He's trying to lure him though to the archer range. And that's like 200 IQ idea here. But Mustafa was actually able to deal decent amount of damage, and he was also able to save a couple of those units. And that's gonna be the case, by the way, boys. The Troll is gonna go at the archer range. Yeah, smart move here from I like it. Let's see if he can defend that. But running into the Troll is not an option, and I think that's gonna be the case here. Will he sacrifice those Gondor archers and try to defend himself? Run to the fortress? Because if you don't run, you're gonna lose them, and then you're gonna lose the archer range afterwards. But that's not gonna be the case. Smart move here from King Mustafa, running into the fortress range. Fortress should be in long terms able to take down the Troll. And we have also now some Gondor Knights coming out of the stables from King Mustafa. He has still some units here. One of them is even level 2, or 2 of them are level 2. They are recovering over time. And there we go. A couple of units are moving forward. The Troll has been finally taken down and was not able to finish off the archer range. The Gondor Knights are retreating, but the farm will be taken down. We have 500 command points collected by King Mustafa, 6 power points available. On the other side, 5 power points available for the Goblin player like it, and 500 command points. He is now going for the cave bats, was also just able to secure this signal fire for himself at the middle of the map, Eastfold. Okay, the game is quite open still, which is really nice. It's super equal actually in terms of power points and command points right now. I mean, King Mustafa is slightly ahead, but it's not a big deal. Fissure is coming up for the Goblin player, I like it. He went even for arrow expansion, defensive expansion at his fortress. He was now able to secure this in for himself at the top left side of the map. Might be able to get some Corsairs here. And Mustafa might be able to secure the signal fire for himself now in the middle of the map. What could possibly happen here? I mean, for the next fight, Rallying Call, War Chant and Cave Beds will be ready. It looks like you wanna move to the Troll first. But after he's done, he might be able to, you know, make a big amount of groups here with those units here around this area, with those units after being able to take down the Troll, and even with those Gondor Knights. And then he can actually do some massive damage. War Chant was used from the Goblin player. The Builder from I like it has been taken down though from those archers, which is really nice. Cave Beds will be used as well. If Mustafa gets away from this fight without using his Rallying Call, it's gonna be a win-win situation. Even after losing those units, it's not a big deal, because then he can use his Rallying Call and try to deal some major damage to the structures from I like it. I like it in the meantime is having some Corsairs on the field fighting against the Gondor Knights, a fight they should not be able to win. But hold ground stand so they are not getting one-shotted. Melee fights here, which is good for I like it. He's actually putting in so much work. There is well on the field though for King Mustafa. That means those units, they will be able to recover over time. They're almost level 2 as well. Okay, King Mustafa now will be able to secure the creep at the end of the day for himself. He was also able to deal with the Goblin Warriors, and he has still his Rallying Call ability available. 11 power points collected. We have now King Theoden joining the fight. Theoden is situationally a better hero than Iome in my opinion, because Iome is only giving leadership to cavalry units, which is okay for those Gondor Knights, while Theoden is giving leadership for every single unit. So that means it includes the Spearman units, that includes the Gondor Soldiers, Gondor Archers, and every other unit. And that means they will have potentially a double buff. With that being said, they can actually do so much work. Now, the cave bats being on cooldown, the leadership from Theoden can also not get negated from the cave bats. He was also able to save the farm. But actually, Goblin player I like it is putting in some nice work, keeping the Man of the West player busy by spamming goblins all over the place. He has 12.5 power points collected, those 700 command points are available. It's gonna be a bit less now because he's all about to lose 2 farms. Theoden is also getting super fast experience, almost level 3 already, with 1 trample into those Goblin Warriors. 13 power points collected. Goblin players 5 power points collected after having War Chant and Cave Bats. Both are still on cooldown. The builder is taking a bit damage. Might be able to finish the builder off because more units are coming here from I Like It. There is no backup. And remember, Goblin Warriors are super fast, so there is no running away. He's gonna try to build a farm, but he was almost able to destroy it at 0%. That's gonna one-shot that. The builder will be able to get in safety, at least for now. Okay, I mean, on the bright side for King Mustafa, he's able to get some experience with the Theoden. Once he's level 6, that's gonna be the time for the King of Rohan to shine with the Glorious Charge ability. And look his levels are rising. That's actually pretty dope, the amount of experience he's able to gain from only killing Goblin Warriors or standing close to the Gondor Knights in this case. But the pressure is real. I mean, he has right now still 4 Goblin Caves on the field, using all the different pathways on the map eastward to deal maximum amount of pressure. Okay, it looks like King Mustafa is trying to go for some damage. The builder has to be careful, or will be able to get away. I mean, the archers, they should be aiming on him. Oh, wait a second, the builder is gonna be in trouble and will be taken down here from I Like It once again. Remember, he already lost 1 builder earlier, that's like 2 minutes earlier, during the fight here at the bottom right side. The fight continues. He will be able to get those archers inside the tower. And this is quite powerful. I don't need to tell you that, right? Archers with Rallying Call buff inside a lone tower. The damage output is crazy. He was now also able to deal with all the Goblin Warriors the Goblin player was sending forwards. We have a stable level 2, a Barracks level 2, and an Archer range level 2 from the Man of the West player, King Mustafa. He is pushing back and being able to win those skirmishes all over the place, in every single pathway. We have some Corsairs now, they should be able to capture this in for themselves. The tunnel will be taken down, the lone tower is gonna put so much pressure, but look at this, ladies and gentlemen, we have some fire drakes on the field. And that early into the game, that's crazy. No half-troll swordsman, no cave trolls, no, not needed at all. They're gonna straight get some fire drakes on the field instead. Pretty damn good, and look the damage output, that is crazy. Okay, but on the other side, fire drakes, yes, I would like to call them actually glass cannons in Rise of the Witch King. In terms of damage output, they are quite insane, okay? They are so strong. Boromir is joining the fight, but they are not very strong in terms of tanking the damage. And now, with Rangers, with the leadership of Theoden, and Theoden being almost level 5, he was just using the King's Favor, by the way, on those units. The fire drake brats, they gotta be careful to not, you know, overcommit to the army, because they will be taken down quite fast. Okay, Boromir is now on the fields, level 1. The inn is getting destroyed by those Corsairs, so he doesn't wanna get this under his own control. He's just gonna destroy it instead. We have still many Goblin Warriors. We have now 2 fire drake brats on the field, by the way, boys. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that Goblin player I Like It is on the field right now. And he needs to try to keep them alive no matter what. And yeah, I'm actually quite excited about this upcoming fight. 825 command points available for King Mustafa, boys. 825. 13 power points collected after having Rallying Call and the Lone Tower. Theoden just getting level 5, only 1 level away from the glorious charge. From you know, making those Gondor Knights almost invincible. Ooh, the boys, man, that is some fiesta action right there. This Fire Drake brats though, they are going inside the jeans. I love to see that. I love to see that. The damage output is crazy. Crazy. I love to see that. The builder might be in trouble as well, will be able to get away, but for how long? They are hitting like a truck. One of them is level 3, and once they are level 5, the Inferno is gonna be ready. Spider Allies special summon. The Fire Drakes are disengaging cave pads to negate the, you know, the damage, or the reduce the damage output and the armor from those units. And look this fiesta. Look this devastation. Almost level 4, those Fire Drake brats. That's called fiesta there. They are killing so many units right now. Holy moly. What is going on here? Theoden has to be careful, man. He is fighting against the Spiderlings. He's almost level 6. Almost level 6. But he might be taken down here. King Mustafa is not paying attention. And those spiders, they are hitting like a truck. He's now trying to get in safety. Poison damage is kicking in. Heal will be forced to be picked to keep Theoden alive. Is he gonna use it, man? Yeah, he's gonna use it now. Nice beats here. Theoden will be able to survive, but 5 power points were kind of wasted. King Mustafa has still the upper hand in terms of command points and in terms of power points. But we have seen in those big fights, those Fire Drakes, I mean, do everything with them, but don't underestimate their damages. They are hitting like a truck, and we will make the experience here during this fight. Look this. What can men do against such a reckless hate? And great news, boys. This one battalion is almost level 5. That means Inferno is gonna be ready. And that's gonna be Fiesta 2.0, by the way. Boromir was using Horn of Gonzo, but he's like the last man standing here. Backup is coming. And I mean, we're gonna keep an eye on those Fire Drakes, man. They are MVP in this game for sure. Look this now, they are gonna hit level 5, booyah! And Inferno is gonna be ready and not even needed. What is that? What is that fiesta? Fire all over the place, boys. All over the place. That's crazy. Aragorn, the king of the man, is joining the fight from King Mustafa. King Mustafa is lost. He doesn't know how to deal with those Fire Drake brats. And I can totally understand that. I mean, they are hitting like a truck, and I think the way to deal with that is just spam as many rangers as you can. I think that's the way to do that. I mean, committing to the cavalry units might be a mistake. Eomer now is joining the fight as well. Hobbit special summon, nice disengage here from I like it. The first game into the best of 3 series turns to be a fiesta already, boys. I like to see that. Both are level 5. Inferno incoming. Inferno incoming, boys. Okay, that was not the greatest Inferno, but he's still killing many units, using it with one battalion, the other he's using it with both battalions at once. We have now some even mountain giants on the field for sieging purposes. The tunnel might be able to get in safety. The hobbits are not very strong, especially not when they're using the rocks. They gotta put on the swords instead. Frodo, Merry, and the gang are here. Eomer is only level 1. Theoden, still half a level needed to get this glorious charge, this juicy buff for those cavalry units. He has also some Rohirrim now on the field. Maybe get some Knights of Dol Amroth, man. I don't know. I don't know. But I know one thing. The only reason why I like it didn't lose this game yet are these 2 battalions of those Fire Drakes. And they are quite strong. Double level 5. Oh yeah. And unlike normal units, they are also able to hit level 10, and one of them is even level 6 now. The more levels they have, the stronger they become, obviously, right? And he's helpless. He doesn't know how to deal with them, and he keeps losing so many units, and he keeps feeding those drakes more and more and more. Aragorn didn't do anything. Boromir, level 3. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. Another builder from the Goblin player, I like it, has been taken down. We have now Azog on the field as well. Yeah, Giant is for now being now exclusively used for defensive purposes. That might be a mistake here to fight with the Fire Drakes. That might be a terrible mistake. Will he be able to get away with the this one is quite low. Oh, he will actually be able to save both the units at once. That's really nice. And since they are that highly leveled, they will be recovering over time by themselves. Man, what am I watching right now, boys? Horn of Condor is available, by the way, from Boromir. He's now being almost level 4. But the units, I mean, that's a mistake from King Mustafa, because what is this army gonna do? I mean, Aragorn is a one-man army, we know that, yes. But will he be enough? That's the big question. I mean, here's a tower here in the middle of the map with ranges inside of it. But we know that these giants, they have such a big range, they're gonna one-shot, maybe not one-shot, but two-shot this lone tower from a safe distance. The Captain of Gondor and the King of the Men of the West is retreating. Almost level 2. Once he's level 2, that's gonna unlock the Blade Master, which is one of the best active buffs for the heroes, increasing your damage and armor. Actually not increasing, doubling. Oh, wait a second. The King of Gondor, I mean Aragorn, like in the movie, was again not able to save the Boromir, man. Come on. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, boys. Okay. I mean, gotta kill the Goblin King, so we have like a hero fiesta right now. The Mountain Giant was actually able to take down the tower. Aragorn, not the fastest hero, so Giant will be able to get away. The Fire Drake Brats are recovering. I mean, actually unbelievable, right? That this Theoden was still not able. He's gonna go for now for the blacksmith, so he's looking for those upgrades for those units. I'm still thinking that the way to deal with that is spamming many rangers. Okay? Try to take him down. I mean, he's using Blade Master, the Yeti Sword, by the way, trying to get onto those Fire Drakes. He's hitting like a truck on them, man. I mean, he's two-shotting them, by the way. Super strong, and he will be again able to get away. Yes, both the units, both the battalions are still remaining. One is almost level 7, the other one is level 6. But he's being able to win those skirmishes. The builder from I Like It will be taken down once again. I think like we have seen many builders from I Like It getting killed in this game. I've counted 3. Spider Allies Special Summon will be used. Fire Drakes are going inside the genes. Inferno is available, but that's what I'm talking about. Look how much damage they are taking from the Rangers. That's crazy amount. And he might be able to finish one of those, but yes, that's gonna be the case. That's so worth it. Even if he loses entire army beside Aragorn here, it's worth it. Because even if he will be able to, you know, get them back from the... Ooh, booyah! Ranger special summon into the Watcher special summon. But you are summoning Rangers? Let me call my Watcher real quick. Aragorn is getting knocked down miles into the fire actually here. Heal will be forced to be used. He's making the right click of Blade Master. On Blade Master, I mean. Artellus is gonna be available pretty soon. Fight continues. The Watcher is putting in so much work. Aragorn was using Artellus ability. He's level 4 now. That means leadership is gonna be ready. And the Fire Drake here is still remaining, fighting 1v1 situation here. He needs to be careful. He's super low. And will be able to save one of those units at least. Aragorn still fighting until the end. Aragorn is a one-man army. I'm telling you guys, he's super strong, don't underestimate him. You need an entire army to kill this guy. Let me check the level from Theoden. Level 6.5, guys, be ready for one of the most exciting abilities in this game. We're gonna hear death. We're gonna hear for... I don't know what I'm saying, but it's gonna be great, okay? It's gonna be great. Glorious charge on the Rohirrim. Rohan is coming to save Gondor one more time. And Worm will be used. I mean, it's like a complete fiesta right now, boys. Hobbits, Worm, Rangers, Watcher, Heroes, Fire Drakes. What more you are asking in a 1v1 game between Men of the West against Goblins? Fiesta. Absolute fiesta. I mean, we're gonna take a look into the current power points and command points, guys. Man of the West player has full command points. That's 1,000, okay? We have Heal, Riding Call, Hobbits, Lone Tower, Rangers, 7.5 power points collected afterwards. Here's a Aragorn, level 5. Here's a Theoden, level almost 7. Here's Eomer. Here's everything what he needs. Besides Gandalf, unfortunately, we don't see Gandalf on the field, but Boromir is retreating or returning to the battlefield. Almost 11 power points collected. Fire Drakes are goners. I mean, he lost all of them, right? Yeah, he lost all of them, I think. I mean, fire all over the place. The Goblin faction are putting in so much work, man. They're like Worm for fire, Fire Drakes for fire. I don't know. 11.5 power points. Goblin player on the other side has 675 command points available. Warchant, Tainted Land, Keefbed, Spider Lies, Worm, and the Watcher, and 1 power points collected afterwards. The game is not over yet, but it looks so great right now for the Man of the West player, King Mustafa. I mean, he didn't use the Glorious Charge. It looks like he wanna recover over around this area. I would like to see some Knights of Dolamrov. I would like to see Gandalf on the field, but that's unfortunately not being the case. But I'm happy already to see Aragorn on the field. With level 6, he will be unlocking the Elendil ability as well. Lone Tower will be special summon in the middle of the map. Ranges are getting inside of it. But he has still, if I'm not mistaken, 1 giant. There we go. Level almost 4. So the giant will be again able to take down this tower, no big deal. Rangers were able to get in safety. They will be recovering over time at the well. I mean, Mustafa can do whatever he wants. He has full command points. He has Marketplace with the Grand Harvest. So that means he's getting 20% more resources from those farms. And most of them are level 2, even level 3. So the resource income is Gucci and great. You can tell by yourself. He has heavy armor purchase on those units. Tower guards with heavy armor, man, they are strong. Don't underestimate them. Okay. Talking about tower guards, they are moving forwards. Attilas was used actually, that's why I don't like to use right click on those abilities. I would like to cast them by myself. I would like to use my hero and micro with my hero by myself. Okay, Aragorn with the Blade Master is gonna hit like a truck, we know that. But, do it. Just do it. Booyah. I love that, man. Look at the animation, dude. They are unstoppable. They are invincible, pretty much. And the fortress is all about to get destroyed. That's gonna be the case. And Mustafa will be able to win the game numero uno against I Like It on the map Eastfold. No more Fire Drakes, no more hope. And it was looking so great for I Like It. Next game, host Talos, please. Yeah, Talos, you can also come to host if you want. Because I Like It is not happy with my host. How many games so far? That's the first game in the best of 3 series between King Mustafa against I Like It. But before that, we had the games between Talos against a Sea Knight already. So in total, that's the game number 4. And we're gonna jump right into the game number 5. After a beautiful game on the map Eastfolds between Goblins from I Like It against Men of the West from King Mustafa. Alright guys, we are jumping right into the game number 2. This time on the map, on the host from Talos, on the map Plains of Lindon, by the way. And I again forgot to edit the scoreboard, so I'm gonna do that as we are loading into the game. That's not gonna take me too much time. King Mustafa is being 1-0 ahead now. He's 1 win away from getting to the grand finals and facing against Talos, who is being the host of this game because I Like It doesn't like my host. On the bottom side of the map, we have the blue Goblin player I Like It, and his opponent at the top side is the red Man of the West player King Mustafa. It's the same matchup like in the previous game. The previous game was played on the map Eastfold, which was quite nice, to be honest, with those Fire Drakes and stuff. I mean, Mustafa was super ahead from the beginning of the game actually, but then with those Fire Drakes he was able to stall, and it was looking so good for I Like It. I mean, I wouldn't be sad if I Like It would end up winning the game winning the last game, especially with the unique game style he was playing. No half-throw swordsman and stuff, but only goblins into Fire Drakes immediately. So nice to see something new and something unique in this game after so many years. 2 farms into the Archer range star, talking about something unique in those games. No barracks from King Mustafa. He's like, okay, I'm gonna spam archers all over the place. On the other side, we have pretty standard starts here from the Goblin player I Like It. 2 tunnels into the Goblin cave, into the 3rd tunnel. So I'm assuming he's gonna go for the 2nd Goblin cave straight away. And archers. I mean, with archers you can also creep early on, but most importantly you will be able... Nah, he's gonna go for the barracks now anyway. 3 farms. It was looking... I mean, the start of the previous game against the Goblin player was actually quite nice. And we have seen some big shenanigans in the previous game. Remember what the Goblin player I Like It was doing. He was creeping the troll with the Goblin warriors. And then he was trying to lure the troll. And I have seen this kind of strategy actually in the BFME 2 patch 1.09, which was much more effective because the trolls in BFME 2 are much stronger than Rise of the Witch King. And the structures are much cheaper. I mean, much weaker, not cheaper than Rise of the Witch King. I mean, even a fortress is getting taken down within seconds against the troll. So I have seen, we had like a tournament going on, the Isildur's Air tournament a couple of months ago, and in, you know, Archangel was using this strategy actually in one of those games, and he ended up being able to lure 2 trolls from the creeps on the map Westfold, and these 2 trolls were actually able to kill the fortress. It was crazy, you know. Anyways, Gondor archers are here, and he will be using them to defend himself. In the meantime, Goblin player I like it is sending his units through the bottom right side. So I'm assuming, since no player is moaning and complaining about the host rights now, that they are happy. And now we are playing more than 3 minutes, so any complaints after this stage of the game is not gonna count. Okay, he's gonna do the same thing here again, by the way. LGGmo, thank you so much for the follow for 3 months in a row. There we go. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
LK Gamer 1 just resubscribed for 3 months. Ahoy, seems good, seems good.
Thank you, my friend, for that. I hope you know that I appreciate you. Okay, Goblin player was able to creep at the bottom right side, and he's gonna try to do this. Ah, that's actually even greater. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be complete fiesta, by the way, boys. Is being able to lure the troll to the rallying call buffed units from King Mustafa. That is crazy. That is some 200 IQ play right there, boys. Come on. And with that being said, Mustafa won't be able to deal any kind of damage. Holy moly, man. Very well done here from I like it. At the very same time, he's using his very own buff, his very own war chant to take down one of those farms. And now he's gonna lure the troll away. I mean, Gondor's soldiers are still alive. We have 4 goblin caves. Another goblin cave is coming up, and yeah, we can agree on one. And he's again able to lure them into the next wave of units. Holy moly, man. Look, I mean, the troll was not able to take them down, but he was able to buy so much time. And especially the first one. I mean, Mustafa was using rallying call on them, right? And the archers are getting taken down in a second. At the very same time, he's being able to deal some decent amount of damage. He won't be able to finish the stable though, but he's being able to stall and buy some time. The builder was almost getting killed from King Mustafa as well, but will be just able to get in safety. The fight continues. It's a bad spot to fight for the Man of the West player, but running is not an option, because remember, the Goblin warriors are very mobile and they will be outrunning your archers, but also your Gondor soldiers. I mean, he's trying to stall a bit, try to kill some units as they are coming out of the 4-5 Goblin caves from I like it. And we're gonna take a look into the current power points and command points. King Mustafa, the Red's Man of the West player, has collected 400 command points and sitting on 4 power points right now. 3 power points available for I like it, the Goblin player, 500 command points collected. And he was also not able to capture this one, but he was able to secure the creep plus the treasure from this troll creep. And the troll creep was used perfectly afterwards. To use the neutral creep on the map to defend yourself is always something nice to watch. Anyways, more goblins are being sent forwards. And the stable is up on the fields now, and we are getting the first Gondor Knight on the field. Archer range and the barracks are still only level 1. And currently there are no heroes on the field from either the Goblin player or the Man of the West player, King Mustafa. Nice one here, many goblins. That's gonna force King Mustafa to split his army, and again that's gonna force him to use... That's a smart move, by the way. What he's doing pretty much here is using the bombard. The advantage you are gaining here is they will keep shooting, and if you don't do that, if you just right click on the structure, they will stop shooting after you take down the structure, and they won't be auto-attacking the rubble, if this makes any sense for you. So you bombard that, and you don't need to watch them again. So they're gonna just keep shooting at the very same spot all the time until they destroy everything, including the rubble. Right, and he's doing the same thing here with this troll, by the way, guys. I like this so much from I like it. That's pretty dope, man. Let's see how effective this is going to be. I mean, it can be actually super effective. What you want to do with those Gondor Knights, man? They can't do anything against this troll. Oh no, and the stable is quite low already. There are no archers. I mean, they are coming now. If he manages to lure them into the arches, that's gonna be the case. No, never mind. Now they should be. Oh, wait a second. I don't know. This troll is also confused, doesn't know what to do. Run now into the troll, into the fortress, dudes. I mean, you know, how much pressure he's dealing with the neutral creeps is actually quite insane. Alright, rallying call was used on those units, I think, from Mustafa, and Warchan was used. Cave beds were used from the goblin player as well. The Golden Knights are forced to retreat. Many goblins. He won't be able to finish the structure, but he's positioning quite nicely. Almost not a single unit being able to attack them. Imagine. Yeah, booyah. Nice one. Nice one. The last unit, the hero of the battalion. Alright. The farm will be not taken down. Nice one here with the Golden Knights from King Mustafa, but he's being surrounded all over the place. Fissure is up on the field, again level 3 Fissure, so we're gonna see the exact same thing what he did in the previous game. We're gonna get some fire drakes on the field. The only difference right now is that this game is looking much better for the Goblin player, I like it, than the previous game. And the advantage he has, he will be able now to snowball much harder with those fire drakes. Because last game when he had fire drakes on the field, King Mustafa had the upper hand. And even in a bad situation, he was able to stall and even to fight back for the map control with nothing more but fire drakes. Now, he's being, you know, in a better spot at the first place, so the fire drakes, they're gonna be much more useful than they were in the previous fight. In the previous game on the map Eastfold, the same matchup. Again, we have Tyrion on the field, level 1. So it's like we are watching the exact same game. And we can tell that I Like It was able to play much better at the beginning of the game until this moment. Everything is obviously still possible. And yeah, the fire drake brats are gonna join the battlefield pretty soon. And yeah, this upgrade on the fortress giving him a lot of vision control. Look how much he's able to see. That's the vision control of I Like It. He's able to see almost entire map until this spots around this area, which is huge. 725 command points collected by Goblin player, I Like It, against 550 command points collected by King Mustafa. Almost 12 power points, and power point wise Mustafa is slightly ahead, but nothing too crazy. We're gonna wait and see what's gonna happen once those fire drakes are gonna join the fights. He might be able to go for the second one, but he doesn't have the resources right now. I mean, you can also go for lumber mills on this map, I think. And he's going for the second fissure now, by the way, boys. So I think the way to deal with that is kinda, you know, you wanna make also half-troll swordsmen. I think that's the way to go. Because half-troll swordsmen are quite tanky and they're also good against cavalry. That's the first thing. But we also know that those fire drakes are also quite powerful against Gondor Knights. And look how they're running away from them. Why are you running? Double fissure, 4 goblin caves. Decent amount of resource income with the 725 command points he has under his control. 5 power points collected now after having Warchant and Cave Bats. Mustafa went for the Lone Tower special summon. He was using it close to the side of I Like It. He has some archers inside. Archer range is now being level 2 and we're gonna get some more rangers on the field. We have already 1 battalion here. Stable is level 1 and Barracks is also level 1. What can you do against that? I think that's the big question. We have seen in the last game that the rangers are quite powerful against those fire drakes. So I hope that Mustafa is gonna abuse that fact and spam many rangers to win those all-out fights. Because right now, let's be honest guys, right now the Goblin player doesn't have anything against that much rangers on the field. But if you send them out one by one, obviously that's not gonna be very good. And they're gonna be just taken down in a second. Oh, that's a bad... Ooh, wait a second. Oh my godness, man. That's absolute fiesta, guys. What a bad fight to take for the man of the West player, King Mustafa. He's losing so freaking many units, and the fire drakes are almost level 3 already. Nice positioning here behind the farm, baiting the rangers into the close range. And that's really bad. After all, pikemen are getting taken down from the fissure level 1. He's gonna go for the second unit now, by the way, for the second fire drake battalion. I think 2 is the maximum. Yeah, you can only have 2 packs of fire drake brats at the very same time. One of them is already level 3. And we have some Galadrim warriors also on the field. That's also something we don't see that quite often. Those are the special units you are able to recruit with the Men of the West faction from the inns. Many goblins warriors at the right side. And Mustafa is kinda, you know, scared. I mean, he has a reason to be scared, let's be honest. From that what he has seen in the last game. He knows what those Fire Drake brats are able to do. He knows, okay? Okay, Mountain Giants. Fire Drakes are running to the backline, which is the smartest way. Nah. Okay, look at this now. Look at this now. Oof. What can you do against such a reckless 8, boys? Oh, never mind, they're done. They're done. And that's what I'm talking about when they're super squishy, you know? But he killed so many units already, and the Giants will be able to get away, which is really good. He was also able to destroy the Lone Tower, by the way. And look, this goblins taking down the farms at the top right side. I mean, Mustafa is able now fighting his way back for the map control. And yeah, I like it. It's gonna get some more Half-Troll Swordmen on the field. But if I like it doesn't do anything about this army from King Mustafa, this game is looking very good for the Red Man of the West player. And he might actually be able to reach to the Grand Finals against Talos. And now, especially now, after losing the Fire Drake Battalion he had on the field. I mean, losing them is gonna hurt you big time, because they cost 1500 each. But not only that, in order to get them on the field, you need to first of all upgrade your fissure to level 3, which also costs you a lot of time and resources. Okay. Longshot is incoming, Spider Allies special summon. Longshot will be able to take down a couple of those Goblin Warriors, but the Spider Allies alongside with the Goblin Warriors around it, they should be able to win that fight. For the Goblin player, I like it. Fire Drakes were forcing the Gondor Knights to retreat. Now we have some Tower Guards on the field as well. A farm level 3. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how effective the Fire Arrow upgrade is gonna be against the Fire Drakes, but it's gonna increase your damage output regardless, so I think it's gonna be a great thing. However, it's also quite expensive, right? So it costs you 1000 resources. And first of all, you need to upgrade that to level 3, which costs you 500 resources. So 1500 resources and a lot of time gonna be invested in order to unlock the Fire Arrow upgrade from the Archer range level 3. Okay, Fire Drakes were able to get away barely, close but not close enough. He was able now to deal with the army with the Spider Allies special summon that has a long cooldown, by the way, and won't be ready for the next fight. Cave Bats were used also for this fight. That means the debuff on the enemy units from the Goblin player, I like it, won't be ready as well. He's now trying to put some pressure with those Goblin Warriors and Half-Troll Swordsmen. But let's be honest, Mustafa has now some units for defensive purposes around this area as well. What Mustafa needs to do, I think, is use the cavalry and try to pressure the map. But for now, he's just grouping with all of his units, which is not very good, I think. I mean, you can use the mobility advantage you have and try to, you know, snipe a couple of those tunnels, because the Goblin player, I like it, is getting decent amount of resources right now. He has still 875 command points available and has now even some lumber mills on the field to increase his resource income. Almost full command points. Now he finally will end up losing a couple of those tunnels. Mustafa needs to do something about it, about the pathways as well, because this pathway is pretty much untouched from King Mustafa. And also a lone sentry tower here from I like it to defend this tunnel. Fire Drakes are forced to retreat. And I think that's the way to deal with them, because let's be honest, you know, if you have Tower Guards in front of them, right? And you have many ranges in the back, I think they can't really approach. That's not possible. Hobbit special summon for defensive purposes. Longshot is incoming. Goblin player will be able to dodge the incoming damage. Rallying Call is on cooldown, but Lone Tower is gonna be available for the next fight. But Lone Tower offensively might be a mistake, because there is a Mountain Giant here and will be able to take it down within seconds. The fight continues here. Fire Drakes are hitting level 2. Frodo, Merry, and the gang will be able to force the Goblin player away, and also Lone Tower special summon was forced to be used. He should be able to take down, get those Italian rangers inside the tower. Pippin, what are you doing there, my friend? Pippin! No, he was so young, and Pippin will be taken down. Alright. On the other side, that's also putting some pressure on I Like It. And that might be enough to force him back. Nice one, was able to save the stable. Theoden, level 5, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, level 6 is very close. The tunnel will be taken down. Should be able now. I mean, he does know now the fact that there are some tunnels, and he should be trying to take them down, in my opinion. That's gonna be also the case. With Theoden's leadership and those many Gondor Knights, that should not be a big deal. Should be able to take them down quite fast. The builder has to be careful from I Like It. He lost many builders in the previous game. The fire drakes are quite slow. They gotta be super careful as well. And yeah, Mustafa is now being able to push back actually and to win those small map control fights. The tower has been taken down. Theoden is gaining decent amount of level and experience from destroying those structures. Half a level needed for the glorious charge. And the map is turning to be red. 700 command points now, 13.5 power points collected by King Mustafa. 675 command points, 11.5 power points collected by the Goblin player I Like It. Warchant, Tainted Land, Cave Beds and Spider Allies are mostly on cooldown, all of them beside the Cave Beds. Okay, I mean, he's now trying to put some counter pressure with Half-Troll Pikemen and Half-Troll Swordsmen. They're quite strong, and the ranges are quite slow. That was a... Thank you so much for the resub, Benzi, man, appreciate it. 5 months already. Go Imperialist, yeah. Oh, wait a second, this is gonna be interesting fight.
_Drew just resubscribed for 5 months. Ahoy, go Imperialist vo hi yo beyond 53 is in.
5 months already, Benzi, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Okay, boys. That's a great fight for the Goblin player. I like it. He needs that, by the way. He needs those fights to win. Fire Drakes, level 4, will be able to get away again. That was the Ranger special summon, by the way, from the Man of the West player. And booyah! Man. You gotta love the Vulture special summon. That one is for my friend Benzi for the resub for 5 months in a row. Alright, the Mountain Giant has been finally taken down. Really close for the glorious charge, but Theoden is getting knocked back from the Watcher. Fighting him is a mistake. I think you can just ignore him because he's quite immobile, so you can't... I mean, if you disengage, you can't do anything about it. I think the main reason why Watcher is so powerful is only and exclusively because of the summon damage. I mean, the area of effect damage he's being able to deal with the special summon, just like Balrog or something, you know? Okay. Oh, guys, come on. I mean, a wizard is never late. Nor he's early. He arrives precisely when he means to, boys, okay? Finally. There we go. I mean, that's a guy we don't see that quite often, and I'm always happy when I see him. And that's the main difference between BFME 1 and Rise of the Witch King. In BFME 1, that you won't see, like, it's gonna happen maybe 1 game out of 20 games that's when Gondor is playing that you don't see Gandalf. And in Rise of the Witch King it's completely reversed, so it's gonna be happening 1 time out of 20 games that you might be able to see Gandalf. Nice long shot, by the way, nice one. Rebuild was used, that's so nice, and he will be able... I mean, the Fire Drakes are not very strong against the tower, they will be forced to retreat now, they are only level 1. But this time Mustafa is actually, the build has to be careful, will be taken down here, yeah. I mean, Mustafa now has a bit more, how can I say, a bit more patient about how to deal with the Fire Drakes, because last game, let's be honest, he was running it down, you know? He was like running straight into the fire breath of this Fire Drakes. But this time he's actually playing a bit more careful. Gandalf is only level 1 still, by the way. Boromir is also joining the fights. Last game we have seen Aragorn, this time we see Gandalf instead. And Gandalf is gonna be super powerful once he's level 4, because that's gonna be the time for Gandalf to call his Shadowfax and to get on the horse. That's gonna, you know, give him the mobility he needs. And once he's level 5, that's gonna turn him to be white. And his powers, they're gonna be, you know, more effective. But obviously the true power spike of Gandalf will be level 10 with the Water of Power. However, I think that's almost not possible in this 1v1 games. I mean, it's possible, but it's gonna be very, very hard to pull off. Let's be honest, you know? And yeah. Gandalf level 4, boys. Gandalf level 2 now, with the lightning swords being available. Shadowfax level 4, Easter Light level 7, and Word of Power is gonna be level 10. And you can also press the U key on your keyboard to get the shield bubble to protect yourself. And it also grants you knockback resistance, so you can't get knocked down while the shield is active. And there we go, for death and glory, boys. For death and glory. Glorious charge. Fire drakes are arriving on the fields, they are super low, and they gotta be careful. The range of the rangers inside the tower though, pretty damn good. Great battle rage will be used. I mean, he's quite strong. The leadership from Theoden is getting negated, but the rallying call, the Glorious Charge can't get negated. Glorious Charge is a spell that always stacks. And the amount of armor you are able to gain, 300% of armor and 100% increased damage, is crazy. Crazy. 2 giants, use lightning sword, and then my dudes, go for it. 3 mountain giants. And I can't believe it, but this scheme, from that stage, what we are currently able to see, I'm assuming that King Mustafa will be able to win that one. And the finals, the best of 5 finals, will be between King Mustafa against Talos. Holy moly. Okay. I mean, 600 command points only, but here's some lumber mills here that are giving him some extra resources over time, obviously, right? Azog has been taken down in the previous fight. I don't see any fire drakes on the field anymore as well. 3 mountain giants. I mean, they cost 1,000 each, not 1,500, sorry, my bad. But what can they do against the units, you know? Because they are using the rocks most likely, and the rocks gonna be good when they are standing still. I mean, obviously they are standing still when they are attacking some structures. Actually, man, they are... look at this. It's so funny, you know? Rocks all over the place. I would like to see an army full of mountain giants, you know? Imagine you have like 10 mountain giants and they are all using the rocks. And they're shooting a bit faster than the ants. I don't like ants, to be honest, because they are stupid for me. I mean, when they are burning, you can't control them anymore for like multiple seconds and stuff. So I prefer mountain giants over ants all day long. Goblin Cave level 3, Goblin Cave level 3. That's gonna make those units come out of the pits 25% faster. Or out of the cave in this case, sorry. Yeah, I mean, what's the plan here? That's the big question. We have level 3 archer range, fire arrow upgrade purchased, level 3 barracks, level 2 stables. We have glorious charge, we have our Gandalf level 3. So what would be nice to see is, I would like him to use some powers maybe, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Azog is here on the field, level 5 almost. And great battle rage is nothing to underestimate. The damage output is gonna be great. Maybe many Rohirrim into the glorious charge, but he has now some half-troll pikemen on the fields. They are quite strong against the cavalry units, also against heroes like Gandalf. They're gonna be very strong. But he has Boromir level 2. I mean level 3 actually, and the Horn of Gondor is gonna be available. That was a beautiful Wizard Blast, by the way, and now he's level 4. Now he can call on the Shadowfax. Great battle rage from Azog will be used. Lightning swords will be cancelled actually. And Boromir is getting 1v1 from Azog. Heal will be used. Gonna delay, but not gonna deny. He's running for his life, calling Aragorn. Lightning sword. This time Gandalf will be the saver of the day. Azog is solo face tanking the lightning sword, but lightning sword is super powerful and will be able to finish off Azog. Now Gandalf changes colors and he's now level 5. Get on the Shadowfax, my dude. I mean, he has now Lightning Sword is a long cooldown obviously, but Wizard Blast is gonna be ready soon. What he can do now with, you know, being able to get on the Shadowfax is obviously go and use Wizard Blast, go back. Wait for the cooldowns and do that all the time. Fish for some power points, fish for some experience on the Gandalf. Potentially get him level 7 for the Easter Lights. Potentially get him level 10 for the Word of Power. And imagine a beautiful Wizard Blast around this area, boys. Tainted Lands, they're not gonna get one-shotted, I think. He's getting on the horse. What the heck? I think he's gonna try to run for his life. He's taking way too much damage, but a man would risk a Wizard Blast. I would risk a Wizard Blast there. I mean, he has still the shield bubble, which is gonna grant him like 300% armor for like a couple of seconds. But it looks like he doesn't want to risk the biscuits. Boromir will be definitely taken down. And Man of the West player again forced to retreat. I see a couple of towers around this area. I think towers not gonna be very impactful in this game, considering the fact that the Goblin player has multiple mountain giants on the field. I mean, the game is not over yet. 22 power points collected by King Mustafa, boys. 950 command points. 700 command points collected by a Goblin player, I like it. 17 power points. And the Watcher is gonna be ready soon. And the Watcher is gonna be able to win an additional fight for him. That's gonna, and he has also now some scavenged armor units here. They're gonna take way less damage from the armory. And also Gandalf won't be able to one-shot them anymore, especially not when they are being buffed with the War Chant, which is gonna be, by the way, ready for the next fight. Gandalf, go for it, my dude. Gandalf, go for it, my dude. I mean, this Gandalf is playing super scary, right, guys? Super scary. Oh, he's knocking down his own units. I mean, I think Mustafa is waiting for the big special summon. Can he go for the Army of the Dead from Rangers though? I don't remember anymore. Guys, let me know in the chat. Yeah, once he's Gandalf, the White Visa Plus has only 30 seconds cooldown. So he can abuse that fact and go for it all the time. And the Watcher will be special summoned here, booyah. And yeah, that's gonna win the fight, obviously, for him. I don't think that those units, they will be able to do too much. Go for a Visa Plus here, maybe. I mean, you don't want to be in close range here against the pikemen, by the way, boys. They're quite strong against horses. I mean, even with Glorious Charge, you don't want to risk it. Lumber Mill level 3, by the way. The resource income is still great, even though he has only an Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead. There we go. Army of the Dead. Fight for me. giving him just too much power points for free. And I don't like the fact that he's gonna use Lightning Sword on the Giants. Let's see how much damage. Oh, he's hitting many things. That's why it's not very effective. I mean, you need to make sure it's a giant circle, right? You can use the Lightning Sword on, and you can also place it. I mean, you could have placed it like that he wouldn't hit those structures, by the way. All you need to do when the giant is here, you need to put the circle around this area. That includes the giant, but nothing in the back. Then it's gonna just hit the giant, and it might be able to take him down solo. But if you are, you know, aiming wrong, and with wrong I mean if you are, oh, nice with that blast, by the way. Get on Shadow Flex and run for your life, Gandalf. Balrog, by the way, guys. Balrog is gonna be ready. I would love to see Balrog against Gandalf, but that's not gonna be the case, because Gandalf is only level 6, doesn't have the Easter Light, and most importantly, his Lightning Sword is on cooldown. I mean, he has the shield bubble still available. And Balrog. I mean, Balrog is gonna be... And the question is, when he's gonna use it. Will he use it to deal with the enemy units trying to attack him? Or will he try to use it to destroy as many structures as he possibly can? That's gonna be the question. He's gonna use it to deal with the army. There we go. I mean, he has still time, he can fly around. That's some bad boy there, guys. That's a big guy. That's a big guy. Okay. I don't know about the special summon though, because he was not able to kill many units. They are being strong with the heavy armor and stuff. He was using Breath Fire, Ignite. The thing with Balrog is, most of the time, or with Army of the Dead is, but more with Balrog than with Army of the Dead, once you summon him, you are paying attention to Balrog. As you should, right? It's nothing wrong with that, but most of the time you are exclusively paying attention to Balrog because you want to make the best of the Balrog since you don't have too much time. But in the meantime, you are not watching over your own structures when you are being attacked. That's, you know, that might lead you to a massacre, and you might actually end up losing many structures and units. And Balrog was not the greatest summon. That was not the greatest Balrog summon, I mean. He made the siege works, but didn't make a single trebuchet just yet. It looks like he wanna commit to the fortress, guys. Okay, he's gonna commit to the fortress. That's a giant. That's like the Minas Tirith battle, boys. Look at this. Look at it. Look at this army. That's like Minas Tirith battle. Booyah. Just around. Lightning Sword. He's going inside the jeans, boys. Inside the jeans. Keef pads will be used. Can he do it, though? Can he do it, though? I mean, that's some army there. But if he loses the entire army, and he might lose them. Go for a Wizard Blast, man. Go for a Wizard Blast. Do it. Why he's not automatically casting it? You're gonna keep an eye on the fortress. Gandalf is taking way too much damage here from the pikeman. Gandalf, I can't even click on him. He's super low. He's gonna be taken down. Gandalf. Oh no, he was so young. Actually not. He's super old, but still. Let me check. Heal was even available. This guy doesn't know how to play with Gandalf. Sorry, King Mustafa, but that's being the truth. How can you just sacrifice your Gandalf like this? And yeah, he was actually able to take down the fortress. With that being said, I think that's gonna be GG, because look, the resources from I Like It. I mean, he's trying to deal some counter pressure, but there is no way he can destroy the fortress, I think. And the fortress is being much more impactful the later in the game we are, because the power points are so important. Cloud Break will be used. That's gonna be crazy strong, crazy useful, obviously. Stunning the enemy units all over the place. Making sure to win those fights. Even pikemen are getting killed here from the horses because they are stunned. Yeah. And I Like It is fighting until the very end, but the end is gonna be there very soon. Eomer is on the fields. Where is Azog? I think Azog died also. He will be able to destroy one of those farms, but it's not a big deal. Man of the West player has the fortress advantage. He used the Army of the Dead before, so it's gonna be ready faster. And besides that, the Goblin player won't be able to use any more power points any soon anyway. Rallying call was used. Nice one here from King Mustafa. He has still many units remaining on the field. Aragon is also here now, by the way, level 3.5. The Fissure is gonna be the target. The Rangers are gonna take care of those units. Azog is actually was alive. I think he was in the tunnel. I didn't see him. Bro, leave. I need to go. And yeah, that's gonna be the game. Congratulations to King Mustafa, by the way, boys. Very well done here. We have seen two great Goblin against Man matchups. He's gaining so much resources from killing the trebuchets. Look at this, boys. 105 resources gaining from killing the trebuchets when Azog is being around. Okay, it's a matter of time. I mean, that's what I'm talking about, by the way, boys. Killing those level 3 structures is so hard. They're able to shoot, first of all, and they have so much health. They have even the forged blades on them. Imagine that. Boromir, level almost 6. The armory is gonna be taken down first, I think. The Rangers are gonna be gone soon, though, from the special summon. 20 power points collected by the Man of the West player. I mean, Goblin player is also collecting decent amount of power points, but it doesn't matter when you can't use them. And you can't use them when you don't have a fortress. Okay, Azog against Boromir. I think if when they fight right now without the Great Battle Rage being ready, yeah, also yeah, he would still win the 1v1 fight. He would still win the 1v1 fight. Yeah, I mean the Rangers are being super helpful in the back. He almost won the fight anyway. Look at this, Azog, super strong. Azog is down now. Yes, still 775 command points available though. That's pretty crazy, right? Look at this. Power for girl. The trash talk in the global chat. Power for girls, you know? Leave. Okay, leave. What? Okay, I like it is calling it GG. And the game will be over. The game will be won by the player King Mustafa 2-0. 2 times won as Man of the West faction against the Goblin faction from I Like It. That means King Mustafa is now being in the grand finals and will be facing against Talos in the best of 5 series.